big cancellation for the Wyatt Sicks has apparently taken place, so we'll see what's that about. We'll also check out what's happening for John Cena, Liv Morgan, and more. Starting things off with this new major cancellation for the Wyatt Sicks and their big feud that was on the way over on SmackDown. A few weeks back, Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sicks were stalking the entire SmackDown roster backstage across many segments, but there was a lot of extra emphasis on their moments of stalking Solo Sikoa and MFT. Reports then started releasing, claiming that the Wyatt Sicks and MFT were about to enter a major faction versus faction battle against each other. That's where it looks like things were heading, but after weeks of waiting, that feud never officially kicked off. And now reports are claiming that all plans for MFT versus Wyatts has been scrapped and are no longer on the table. Instead, both factions are continuing their paths in much different directions. The Wyatt Sicks are still fully focusing on the Street Profits. Uncle Howdy is trying to get in between the Street Profits and cause a divide there to make it an even easier task for the Wyatt Sicks to retain the tag team titles. So they're deep into that story with the Street Profits. And for MFT, they really tease the idea that Solo Sikoa is focusing on rewarding his most loyal family member, Tonga Loa. Solo had a whole speech about how Tonga has never left his side and has always been there by his side since Solo took over the family last year. And Solo said that he wants to put a championship title around Tonga's waist. So it looks like Solo may look to try and get Tonga a United States Championship opportunity. So although they were allegedly set to cross paths a few weeks ago, the Wyatts and MFT no longer appear to be on that collision course with each other. One other part of the Wyatt stalking that hasn't been followed up on was Nikki's stalking of Tiffany Stratton and the WWE Women's title. Nikki Cross was directly keeping an eye on what Tiffany Stratton was doing backstage. There hasn't been any progress to that part of everything either, but Nikki Cross making a run at the WWE Women's title will be very refreshing and nice to see since she would be a new face in the title picture. That's a bit stale and dull at the moment. But Uncle Howdy continues to say that big things are on the horizon for the Wyatt Sicks, so we just have to hope he's telling the truth there. Liv Morgan is back in the headlines due to a massive teaser posted by the woman herself. Liv took to her Instagram stories this week to post one captionless photo of Dominic Mysterio's open luggage that had his 2 championships inside of it. Very cryptic post, but it could mean a few different things. It can mean that Dominic and Liv reunited recently off-screen and visited each other. Or some fans are wondering if it's a hint that Liv Morgan is back traveling on the road again with the Judgment Day and the company. It was previously reported that they won't bring Liv Morgan back early for a non-wrestling role, that they're saving her usage for when she's fully healthy and ready to compete again, which reports continue to label early 2026 as Liv's return time frame. But with all these constant teasers and posts that Liv shares, it really had fans wondering she still could return before that time frame. But either way, it does look like that post from Liv confirms that she saw Dominic recently, possibly for the first time since the injury took place in June. So hopefully that was a good reunion for them. And fans can't wait to see that power couple back on television again once Liv Morgan is back to full health. Something just happened in AEW that had wrestling fans going a bit delusional with a theory, so let's get into that. During this week's AEW Dynamite, Adam Copeland told Christian that he has to step away from AEW to take care of his family and that he doesn't know when or if he'll ever be back. With that moment right there serving as Adam Copeland's official write-off from television. This moment really got fans talking, Lil, because when Adam says he doesn't know if he'll ever be back, that instantly made fans speculate about Adam returning to WWE as Edge, possibly for one last match against John Cena. Throughout this entire retirement tour, John Cena has faced off against all of his great all-time rivals and has interacted with many stars. But all fans agree that the one massive part of John Cena's career that has not been present in the retirement tour so far is Edge. A lot of people claim Randy Orton to be Cena's all-time top rival, but it's hard to leave Edge out of that conversation as well. The mid-2000s was full of iconic matches and moments between John Cena and Edge, the ultimate villain going up against the ultimate hero. So the only thing that the retirement tour has not given us is that interaction with Edge. The closest thing we got to Cena and Edge interacting was when they recently paid tribute to each other. John Cena has been doing a thing recently where he will use signature moves from his past rivals in current day matches. And one of those moves he copied was Edge's entire spear. From the hand movement and the taunting, John Cena perfectly copied Edge's spear to honor him and acknowledge their time going up against each other. Edge returned the gesture by hitting the 5-knuckle shuffle and the attitude adjustment in his recent match in AEW. So with both men being signed to different companies at the moment, that's as close as it's going to get to seeing them together right now. John Cena even posted a photo of Edge onto his Instagram page following that tribute. So with Adam Copeland saying his temporary goodbye to AEW, it really had fans wondering if Edge could pop up on WWE over the next few months for that final encounter with John Cena. And to truly be that cherry on top for the retirement tour is a scenario that a lot of fans are discussing, but it is a bit delusional and hard to see happening. Adam Copeland is reportedly under contract with AEW until late 2026, so his contract isn't up until long after the retirement tour has been completed. Some fans have been wondering if both companies could work out a deal to lend Edge over to WWE to contribute to John Cena's retirement tour. And although it sounds nice, it seems very unlikely to envision those two companies working together. It doesn't seem like they're really out to help each other at the moment, so that's what makes that theory seem laughable. So could we see Edge confront John Cena during the last remaining dates of the tour? Of course you can never say never, but it's looking extremely doubtful for the time being. Upcoming NXT star Jazmyn Nyx was recently written off television this week and abruptly dropped as a member of her faction. Some fans thought that angle was done to potentially take the character in a new direction, but turns out that's not the case at all. It was done to write her out of the entire company. Reports started circulating that the company did approach Jazmyn with a new 3-year deal to sign, but that Jazmyn refused to sign it, leading to her instant removal from television. Jazmyn herself took to her social media platforms immediately after the reports broke out to set everything completely straight. Jazmyn said she was grateful for her time with the company, explained that it was a bit of a rough journey given her injury history, but that she couldn't sign that new deal because it wasn't going to cut it for her financially. The salary just wasn't going to be enough, and the company wasn't going to offer her a higher paying deal, so the only thing left for them to do at that point was to part ways. Jazmyn said that she had to say no to a lot of different opportunities that came her way while she was signed with NXT, but that she's out of that job, she plans on exploring all of those missed opportunities. So it's a massive loss for JC Jane's faction, but everyone is hoping the absolutely best for Jazmyn Nyx in her life after NXT. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.